Medical Gear Outfitters is a family-owned and operated company. MGO has ready-made medical kits and medical supplies to build your own or restock your current kit. You never know when you'll be the first responder. Visit medicalgearoutfitters.com and use code FRN to save 10%.
Welcome to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast, episode 534. This show is brought to you by VZ Grips, Walker Defense, Primary Arms, and XS Sights. Let's talk about guns and gear. We have an Elementum review, then we go on an expedition to find a Glock trigger and a stage timer. When we're done, we just might pick up something from the reserve collection. Hopefully it's good, might not be. And as you may know, we showcase guns, gear, and anything else you might be interested in. We do our best to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. I'm Chad Wallace, and tonight we have Tony, Rob, and Rusty with us. So, for over 25 years, XS Sights has helped you get on target faster. Figured I'd read it because Tony will mess it up. Offering tritium sights, which he still can't read, in all different types and styles. You know, low light is no longer an obstacle. More options, most options. See, I screwed it up. Come with a brightly colored photoluminescent ring. This colored ring makes them work great in the daylight also. XS Sights has sight styles for everyone. Big dots, ghost rings, standard notch and post, minimalist, suppressor height, all offering tritium options. Available for a plethora of firearm types from shotguns to handguns, XS Sights has you covered in all your low light sighting needs.
Including the Desert Eagle.
Exactly. And our XS product of the week this week is, put this in here for Rob, the F8 night sights for the FN509.
Oh, I love it.
They make other sights for the 509 too, but I just happen to stick the F8 ones in there because I don't know, they're a good middle of the road sight. Yep. You can use code GGR20 and get 20% off almost everything they had over there at xssights.com. And if you're listening now, you missed their sale where you might have got a shirt. It might have fit. It might not. We don't know. But they had a huge 4th of July sale. So there we go. We'll get into what we did in firearms. And, you know, we had this long weekend thanks to Independence Day.
Speaking of shirts, Tony, I got you 4 of these to put together.
Smalls? Rusty's holding up.
They don't have any men's sight shirts out there, do they?
Rusty's holding up a Gun Con shirt because they got back from there last week. I, however, over the long weekend, wanted to get out and do stuff, but I did not. So, okay, I've refrained. I did get a project that kind of relates to guns. I bought a soda pop machine.
Ooh.
So I can gut it. I got a Pepsi machine.
Okay.
So I can gut it and make a cabinet out of it for guns.
Sweet.
That's literally why I bought it.
Nice.
So
good cabinet. There you go.
So I've been needing something to store stuff in, you know, not like a safe, but like in this room because, you know, I have stuff in here and work on stuff in here. And
are you going to leave the lights and stuff working on the outside too?
Yes. And I'm going to see if it, because I'm basically gutting, it doesn't get cold. It was dirt cheap. But it does, the electric part does work and it'll drop cans, but see, I have to gut that part, but I'm going to see if I can rig it up to drop ammo.
Oh, there you go.
Whatever button you push, I'm thinking just make a little compartment to get like
9mm, 32.
No, just like the little like eggs or something, and put ammo in them, like the clear ones, so it'll drop down where the pop was. Just keep refilling it.
Somebody makes ammo in the soda can.
They probably do. I haven't looked.
No. Yeah, someone makes ammo in the soda can.
Yeah. So, but see, I'm taking the actual soda part out where it holds the cans because that's where the cabinet's going to be.
Yeah, you got me. I'm lost because I'm from the South and it's Coke.
Well, okay, I couldn't find a Coke machine. This thing,
everything's Coke. Get over if it's Pepsi's Coke.
I know. It says Pepsi on the side. It's kind of funny though because it's 55 cents.
Oh Lord,
that tells you how old it is.
that's an old machine right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly, Tony. Ammo in a can.
They have 9mm and 223, and the company's called Can Munition.
Okay, if I could figure out how to do that, that would be fantastic. But
Need them as a sponsor.
that's the last part of it. But this Pepsi machine, you know, it's got the buttons on the top. It's got like Pepsi and Diet Pepsi and like Dr. Pepper, but one of them's Diet Coke. I'm like, yes. I'm like, why?
That'd be your oddball ammo right there.
Exactly.
380.
No, the 30 super carry comes out when you push the Diet Coke.
I did talk to Dave over the weekend.
Yeah, tell us more, because that was all I did in firearms. So.
Oh God, no! No, I won't tell you what I talked to Dave about.
Okay.
Or the condition I was in when I talked to Dave.
That could be a better answer.
Before you even talk to Dave.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It was probably Bob from Gideon.
Well, I'll never get that optic
man.
now. No, it was Dave. It says Dave High Point.
Mm-hmm.
In my text message, I still got it.
Uh-oh.
I sent him a video message.
So, did you guys do anything in guns?
Guns? No, I did go flying on the 4th of July, but I had to work the 5th. And then Saturday, I felt like crap. Sunday, I went to a friend's house for a barbecue. So, not much guns, but, you know, a little bit of fun stuff.
Yeah. Hey, whatever works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rusty, did you do anything?
I didn't shoot, but I did do gun related stuff. So, like, I figure anytime I carry a gun or I'm doing something with a gun, I'm doing gun stuff.
That's true.
So, like 4th of July, we went out in the boat and took the kids tubing and stuff. And I was like, what gun would I take if I was out in the boat? So I grabbed my Glock 42 and the 380 and, you know, put it in my swim trunk pocket. And I was like, this will work perfect because I've got, you know, the shark skin holster and the Nemesis holster, and then, you know, the Glock, you know, it'll do everything. And then, you know, if you're me and you fall in the water with it, it comes up and all you got to do is hit it with a little ballast and it's good to go.
And the holster's fine because it's a shark.
Yeah, it's a shark. I mean, it almost swam away from me. And with it, then I went. I've been horseback riding a lot the last couple of days, and I carried my King Cobra, which I love, with my VZ grips on it, and because it made me feel, you know, back to my roots, the 6-gun daddy thing. So that was a good thing, and because I love carrying a big revolver when I'm riding horses. There's kind of something about it.
Yeah, this time the horse didn't crash and he didn't get drug and test the holster out and all that kind of stuff like before.
No, this horse hadn't even been rode in about 5 years, and I got on it, and man, she was wonderful. I mean, just beautiful. You know, I mean, usually I don't like mares, but this one did fantastic.
He just said it. I'm just going to stop there. Tony, did you do anything?
I didn't do anything, dude. I was trying to think of something. I mean, I worked with the Matador.
Manticore? The Manticore, Manta, whatever it is. Yeah, the tandem. Cross. Yeah, the tandem cross stuff.
Manticore.
Yeah,
Manticore. So I worked with that. Because I had to do something with it. I got it on a single point sling now because I plan on running it at Rimfire Challenge. We do an outlaw match one Monday or Tuesday a month. That's what it was. I just missed the last one. So I'm thinking about running that. But I don't remember whether dudes had slung up or not, because do they sling it or do you just hold it? You've gone to them.
We don't actually have any like Rimfire Challenge. It's all Steel Challenge around here.
Oh, well, we have the Rimfire Steel Challenge. So.
Right. If it's similar, like ours is, you shoot the steel, you run it 5 times per stage. Usually there's like a bench next to you or something. I mean, you could use a sling if you wanted to, but nobody really does because it's not accuracy. It's just speed.
Oh no, I'm just talking about hanging around now. I got a single point.
Oh yeah,
And because this is so lightweight, and on the Manticore, is it Manticore or Damn,
Manticore.
Here. Well, you keep talking, and I will head over to Tandem Cross.
Yeah, Manticore. So because the Manticore and the whole thing is so light, it was very little stress because I have a wider sling. This is wider than the whole 1-inch sling thing.
Yeah, that's like
so it took the pressure off. So I had it up over my shoulder, and I was just practicing snapping it up and dry firing it, and then working on transitions back and forth because I also have it set up with the Advocate optic
from Gideon.
Gideon.
Yeah.
So it really is lightweight and allows me to use the 1X. I mean, not the 1X, the single point, because I was wondering if it was just going to be a lot of weight. It's not. So I don't know if we're going to have it, but if we do, I'm going to set it up. But I don't. What week is it? Which week is it?
I don't know.
I think yesterday was the second Monday.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check the schedule because I really want to run this. I want to get better at it, and also want to invite other people to run this thing. So I can't wait. So that's the only thing I did. I dry fire with it and just practiced to see if I could do mag changes. So it was dry firing with a new gun.
Gotcha.
Have you played with their new double mags?
The flip over ones?
Yes, they're two 10-22 mags they made that are on top of each other.
Yeah, they're
All you do is pull it out and flip it over.
They're like 10 rounders with like green followers or something. Or
see, I played with that system, and then I played with their new system that they have, the stock, that's the chassis system and everything.
Yeah, the Manticore X complete with the trigger, the stock, and the forearm.
It's like the AR, like you could put.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, I tried to steal it at SHOT Show. I mean, GunCon, and Alex really had his hand on it when he realized who I was.
Should have broke for it, bro. Should have broke.
Well, if you should have grabbed it right when the rain started.
Yeah, you weren't that good, Rusty.
Oh, no, this was inside.
Oh, okay.
I got some more stuff they told me, but I can't say it over the air that they're coming out with.
What? Well, they told you. That means you could say it, right?
Okay, you got barrels coming out.
That's awesome.
Carbon fiber barrel that's going to lighten it all up.
Jeez, I figure if it was at GunCon, we can talk about it because they told you.
The barrels weren't there, but they told me. They told
me
personal pictures of it, and these things are going to be awesome.
My whole thing with them is you should have went, hey, look, is that Tony Simon? And as they tried to look at the other 3 black guys that were there, you could have grabbed it.
Yeah, I mean, because they were like, 100 foot from the door. I could have ran.
Yeah. Did you hear what they did to KD?
I know what they did to KD. What did they do?
No. When he was on the panel and above him, it said Brownells.
Yeah, they cropped out Brown.
They cropped out the Nels part, and it was just right above him.
Brown.
It was just on somebody's video who had recorded it, but he
said he could not stop laughing when he seen it.
Yeah,
I would have laughed and laughed and laughed.
Yeah,
so John invited me out,
right?
But I never clarified. I'm like, wait a minute, am I going out as just somebody who's an attendee at GunCon, or am I coming on the freaking panel? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm going to be on the panel, then cool. But if I'm just going to come and hang out, everybody's going to be busy.
Yeah.
And how do I flip that into making a difference for 2A4E?
Right. Yeah. See, I get you. Well, that's awesome. So I guess we'll move into the announcements. You know our bandwidth sponsor, that's Patriot Patch Go. And their Patch of the Month Club. You got to go check out the Patch of the Month Club. Join it, get a patch, a sticker, some sketch card that I'm not sure if Ryan does that. I think it's AI now. That's what I'm going to tell him. The July exclusive says treason is the reason for the season. Go check it out. It's pretty cool. It's got a snake, some guns on it, a guitar. I don't know what the guitar is for. I mean, I didn't know Ted Nugent was around. Thing. Yeah. So, but it's there. Go check them out. Check out all their patches, all their cleaning mats, cool stuff they have. We all know it's cool. You can check out our affiliates discounts on the website. There's a link to the website with all of them in the YouTube underneath if you're watching on YouTube, you can get there. So there is that. Rob, are you going to just read the disclaimer and have Rusty do the VZ Grips ad, or are you going to do
whatever you want? Okay, you're the boss, Chad. I'll do whatever you want.
We'll have you do the disclaimer. He can do that. We'll have you read an ad later.
All right. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual co-hosts and do not reflect the policy or position of the Firearms Radio Network or their employers. This is not legal advice, nor should be considered such. Viewer discussion is advised. This is especially true on live shows. God, I feel like Joe frickin' Biden. Sorry. Rusty, hit the frickin' VZ grip spot. I'm done.
Welcome to the Democrat Gun and Gear Review podcast. VZ Grips have been manufacturing handgun grips since 2003 with a reputation for quality, consistency, and innovation. Top-tier manufacturers choose VZ Grips. They come in a variety of styles, patterns, colors, and are manufactured for proprietary G10, micarta, and carbon fiber or polymer. Available with a varying degree of texture, VZ offers a wide range of grips for all different types of firearms. Made in the USA, VZ gives you the grip you can count on. Feature grip of the week is the AR-15 VZ Recon Gen 2 grip. Whew, that's a mouthful. Coupon code GGR15 gets you 15% off handgun and, damn it, Tony, rifle grips at vzgrips.com.
Now, nicely done. I think you need some more Twisted Tea because that was way too smooth.
No, I haven't had any Twisted Tea.
Oh, it's okay.
I found these in my boat.
From how many?
Been there since last year. I just put them in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
They're aged.
Yeah, they're aged.
I figure they're fermented by now.
Because they were. Yeah, Tony.
Was this Recon grip? Was this one of those freaking time codes that we saw when we were over there with them, or no?
You just broke up.
See, it must be. I don't even have headset in.
I know.
It must be the freaking.
It's the dimple. It's the golf ball dimple.
Yeah, it's the small dimples.
Okay.
So it's not the one that's super aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fat girl dimples.
No, it's something to do with your tablet or computer or whatever, Tony. That's why it's breaking up. It's something to do with the mic settings wherever, if you ever find them.
Crank it down a little bit.
Yeah, if you can. But that leads us to the main topic, and I have a review for you. It's kind of a review. I mean, it's a review. It is of the Civivi Elementum Limited Edition. Now, I actually have it here, and I can show it to you, but the review kind of will cover just Elementums in general. So, this year is Civivi and their parent company WE's 10th anniversary. So they came out with some limited edition knives. Since the Elementum is Civivi's flagship folder, of course, the limited edition one came out in the Elementum series. Basic Elementum's flipper style knife, available in a variety of options. Special features of the limited edition are blade steel handle and markings. You can check out this review and all of the others at firearmsinsider.tv if you want to. Also, we did talk about this particular knife on an episode past when they first came out with it. But I'll continue on. The main reason I'm doing the review on a sold out limited edition knife is because Civivi periodically makes versions like this. So the information on blade steel handle material is still useful. If you look at the Elementum on Civivi's website, you can see how many options are available, and there's a bunch of them. They typically also do dealer-only collaborations with places like Knife Center and Blade HQ. The limited edition Elementum specifications are essentially the same as most in the series. Let me let Tony back in here. It's a liner lock, flipper style knife, yes, the flipper is the only way to effectively open the blade up. The LE Elementum uses the same ceramic ball bearings, which give it smooth Civivi style opening. All the number and specs are down below in the features and benefits stuff, so I won't bore you with them yet. The Elementum series also has a lanyard hole. Civivi's Elementum series are usually very thin. The 10th anniversary LE is also coming in at 0.43 inches wide or deep, depending on how you look at it. The Slimless makes pocket carry very easy, as does the knife only weighing 2.8 ounces. There are a few differences with the 10th anniversary limited edition. Now, first off, the short one, the LE Elementum has a titanium pocket clip instead of stainless steel. Also, it is coated to match the knife's look. Okay. Makes sense. My only complaint about the pocket clip is that it cannot be reversed. So you're stuck with tip up right hand carry. That's how, of course, how I carry knives. But if you carry a knife in your left pocket, it might not work as well for you. The clip's very strong and works like it should. Now, for the handle on the limited edition Elementum, Civivi uses carbon fiber. Not your everyday carbon fiber. Civivi calls this jungle wear fat carbon fiber. So it fits me perfect because fat, I get it. But what does it really mean? Well, essentially, it's a flake style carbon fiber with black, gray, and green colors to it. These colors and flakes give it a handle a camouflage look, hence the jungle wear name. Since the handle is carbon fiber, these particular ones are smooth. There's no texture on it at all. I don't mind the lack of texture on it because it makes the knife that slides smoothly in and out of your pocket if you're doing something like if you use it as just your normal pocket knife. Now, of course, it's time to discuss the main factor of the limited edition Elementum, and that is the blade. Being the limited edition knife, Civivi stepped up the blade steel. This Elementum has S35VN blade steel. High quality blade steel, rarely seen on Civivi knives. I really like the S35VN steel. It holds an edge extremely well for me. Now, yes, it does take a little longer to sharpen, but since I don't have to sharpen it that much, I'm okay with that trade-off. The LE Elementum uses drop point style blade. It's hollow ground, just like most of in the Elementum family. Blade's 2.9 inches long, comes very sharp, of course. Lastly, there's some impressive jimping on the top of the blade, a nice, useful touch for this knife. Now, even though this Civivi Elementum limited edition, I did carry it around for a little while. I did enjoy the limited edition Elementum. It is the perfect size and weight for everyday pocket carry. Flipper smoothly opens the blade, of course, when needed. Probably thanks to those ball bearings, of course. Granted, I would like another way of opening the Elementum besides just the flipper, but I doubt most people would even notice that it is a flipper open only knife. All of the Elementum series are great EDC knives. This one just happens to be a little fancier. Being that this is the Civivi 10th anniversary knife, it did come with a challenge coin, if that matters. And it's individually numbered on the blade. And there's only 2014 made. And it comes with a signed certificate of authenticity. I didn't really care about any of that stuff. But if you do, it's there. Now, so if you're in the market for a really good EDC knife, you can check out the Civivi Elementum line. If you're looking for something like the limited edition version, check out some of the dealer-only collaborations because they use the same blade steel. The limited edition Elementum is just a fantastic knife due to that S35VN blade steel and the awesome-looking carbon fiber handle. So you can check out all the Elementum series knives at Civivi.com, basically. So I'll get into the Firearms Insider Review key points, claim to fame. It is their 10th anniversary limited edition Elementum. Target market, knife users that want a great blade steel or collectors, if that's your thing. Features, benefits, specifications. Overall length is 6.99 inches. Width is 1.19 inches, which is kind of weird because it's full width. Overall height is 0.66 inches. Blade length is 2.96. We won't have that. Closed length is 4 inches. Basically, it is 0.12 inches thick of blade. Handle thickness is 0.43. Blade material hardness is 59 to 61. Hollow ground, satin finish, drop point blade. Let's see where we get something that we didn't. The clip material 6AL4V titanium. And that pretty much covers it. And there's other options available. Well, there's many because it's their flagship line. There's a what others are saying in the review. Link to other reviews. There were none yet. Price point on this, if you got in on it, was $103.50. Retail is good luck because there aren't any anymore. So if you need it now, Civivi possibly, or you can check online places. Of course, like I mentioned in the review, there's plenty of others very similar to it if you're looking for something like it. Our rating, the pros, it is a collector's edition. The S35 steel blade, the carbon fiber handle. It is a great size for EDC, and of course the smooth function. The cons, sold out due to being limited edition, and there's only one way to open it. But because of what it is and how I expect you guys to view this review, I did give it an 8.5 of great, basically for the blade steel and the carbon fiber handles. And for that type of stuff, the price is right in there with a lot of other stuff. You guys got any questions on this thing?
No, I mean, I think for what it is, because it is really the blade steel puts in the $100 park, I feel, because the way it's built, the blade steel, it's where it is. I don't really think they hit you up for much. I'll have to look. But for the blade steel, I don't think you got beat. You know what I mean?
No, really. Yeah, and that's like I was looking around and like I think Knife Center, Civivi has, if you look at their Elementum only page, they show like all their collaborations and stuff like that. So you get a few things that you can find, the like special edition ones, like Knife Center has one that has S35 steel with a G10 handle. And it's essentially the same knife. The G10 handle is just different type of G10. So, you know, price wise, you're kind of getting what you get.
Yeah, because I'm going through this stuff right now. That's what's in the $100 range, and it's a lot of Damascus on this particular one is what I'm seeing.
Right.
Really nice Damascus. But when it comes to, I think that blade steel, I think is very good because I got a couple, and they're really nice, and they're really sharp, and they stay sharp for a long time. And I love the fact that for a little bit fancier, a little bit sharper, for a little bit longer, you got that. But if not, you still got between $60 and $75 for D2.
And that's the thing is like I just pulled up Knife Center just because we're talking about them, and they have a button lock Elementum, which this one is a liner lock, but with the same blade steel, $100. It's one of their limited edition collaboration ones, but you know, so they're out there. You just have to find which one you want, and price wise, that's about what they've run. So, you know, button lock or, you know, liner lock, or it doesn't really matter. It's personal preference pretty much. You got anything, Rusty, or you're good to go?
I'm good to go. Good blade steel, good GTN. I mean, as long as it's got a good backbone, man, I mean, you're good to go with that price range right there. I mean, what else do you ask for?
Yeah, you know, and they did send this to me, so, you know, I was super thrilled. And I think on the blade here, you can barely read it, but this is like 2004 or 6 of 2018. So, you know, but yeah, there it is. So that is the Civivi limited edition Elementum. guess we'll get into the product spotlight and discussion. First up, oh yeah, the Taurus Expedition. MSRP on this is $984.99. So this is their new rifle. Now, of course, they did have it at SHOT Show, so we did see it. They just finally have officially released all the stuff on it. It is their first bolt action. They say it's designed by hunters for hunters. Okay, if you say so. Built around the popular Remington 700 action. Okay, I get that. They say it'll give some MOA groups. Has a hammer forged barrel. Uses a what kind of stock would you call that?
It's more of a target stock.
Yeah.
Where it's squared. That's not a hunter stock.
No.
Not an expedition stock.
No, it does use AICS pattern magazines, of course.
This is good.
Right. And it does have some M-LOK spots on it. Does have, if I remember correctly, it's like a spiral. Is it fluted? I don't remember if the barrel's fluted or not. I'll get to that. But let's see. It's right now 308 Winchesters, what you get it in. It holds 5 rounds. Standard AICS magazine. You can get 10 rounders or more. Of course, it's drilled and tapped for scope rings, stuff like that. It only includes one magazine. The barrel is threaded. It is an 18-inch long barrel. Of course, length is 38 inches, basically. Width and height, it's 3.12 inches wide and 6.6 inches high. That stuff really doesn't matter. It's 112.87 ounces unloaded, which
break this out.
I don't know. I got to convert it to pounds. It's like 8 pounds. I don't know. Somebody divide that by 16 for me.
No, up them.
Exactly. Of course, stainless frame, stainless barrel, black DLC finish on both of those. So I don't want to hate on this thing. There's a few things I like about it. They build it on, it's AICS magazine compatible, build on a 700 action. So they got that going for them.
If you wanted us to do mathematics on this air.
I know.
Right.
It's 7 friggin' pounds.
Yeah. But
it's a freaking Taurus.
But there you go. Because they haven't built one. They're using a hammer forged barrel, not a cut barrel, which cut barrels, if I remember correctly.
Why does everybody have to tell me it's hammer forged? That's the cheapest damn barrel.
Exactly. Exactly. You want a cut barrel.
Damn one.
Yeah.
Tell me it's button rifle, and I'll be like, oh damn, really?
It's better. If it's broach cut, I'd be like,
I have owned several Taurus products. I own no Taurus products now. So
that's
Lottie frickin' Dottie.
Yeah. Now, besides that, I do like an 18-inch 308. I will say.
I do, but I want something of quality.
And
something that doesn't have to have a guaranteed rifle. You have to send back to frickin' to South America to have it fixed.
Exactly.
Back to you.
Now, I'm going to throw something in here where I looked, and these guys I think looked around too. You can get an off-the-shelf Bergara for this price. And they have a track record of making fantastic rifles. Taurus does not.
the Bergara B1400 series, 7.1 pounds, guaranteed sub-MOA accuracy, $879. That's MSRP. You get it cheaper. It has a 4140 steel number 4 taper barrel.
I'd take that. I would take that, but I really love my Ruger Precision Rifle 308 that, a couple of years ago I did the long range shooting thing, and, I don't know. Taurus is kind of,
And guess what? That Bergara comes in 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, 243, 22-250, 7mm 08, 30-06, 270, 300 Win, 7 mag, and 7 PRC.
And what's the price for them?
MSRP is $879.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So since I'm on my rampage, me and Rob looked at these.
Yeah.
The Kimber M84 for $1,000 bill. You can walk out the door with this rifle, and I tell you what, it was smooth, it was slick, it had a great trigger on it. You get it 6.5 Creedmoor. Granted, it's a 22-inch barrel, but that's for the 6.5, and that I'm looking at. But that thing is 5.9 pounds. If you're going to hunt, I want as less weight as I want. I understand that people say, well, you know, these rifles are going to kick. You're not out at the range blasting rounds out of it. You're not putting 200-300 rounds out. You're firing just enough to sight it in. Then we're going to shoot a few rounds, let her cool down, shoot a few more. And this 5.9 pound rifle from that Kimber is, I mean, Rob, your aunt has a Kimber. Is your aunt?
There's several Kimbers.
Yes. And because that's what made me stop. We stopped and we talked to the guy at Kimber for an hour. These things were, I mean, you take one finger and touch the bolt, and it opens and drops out, and it's tight, and it's slick.
Oh, Kimbers are beautiful rifles. They're very, very precision rifles, though.
Yes. And they're made to hunt with. And now, if you want to get into that range right there, let's go with the Tikka T3. $700 at Cabela's. The Browning X-Boat Hunter. You're looking at, I don't know, $800. The Winchester Model 70. Carlos Hathcock would kick Taurus in a damn ass right now for this kid. $1,000 bill.
Exactly.
The Howa 1500, $684. The classic Savage 110, $625.
Yeah.
Then think about it. Weatherby. A lot of people overlook Weatherby. Weatherby's Vanguard rifles, the Vanguard Light. That's probably one of the best rifles out there for the budget price, and you're getting a family-made name. Are they in Idaho now?
Who?
Weatherby.
Oh, I can't remember.
They moved from California to Idaho, I think, or something like that. But Weatherby, you can get just about any cartridge you want, and get good accuracy, and you're always going to have ammo because Weatherby's going to make sure you got it. You know, I mean, and there's so many different rifles out there. I didn't even touch on the Rugers.
Mm-hmm. So I went to Ruger, and Ruger's everything from $300 to $1,200 in every type of Ruger you could find. Because I watched their video where they're interviewing Caleb, and he's like, "Oh, it's got a flat bottom so you can bag it, and it's got some Picatinny." I'm like, "Look, you guys haven't established yourself at all. And if I'm going to spend this money, why wouldn't I go with a company that is established, that has their customer service in America, and that has a crap ton of parts and options available?" So, hey, cool. Taurus has gotten to the bolt action gun game. Man, I hope they start off strong. I hope this thing is really good. I think they did a good job of having it be pretty much a Remington 700. And using that action, using a common magazine, I wish them the best. And at the price that they have it for, it probably would be a street price around $600. So cool.
Yeah.
But maybe next time you should splash some Cerakote on it and do some stuff and give people a few options. Because right now, I think it is a good deal at about $500. For the fact that it's got nothing.
Yeah. And,
you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. And that's the thing is I
don't want to hate on it because, okay, so there's a lot of people that I hunt with that still use single shot shotguns, and they use grandpa's gun that was passed down. I mean, literally these things they're worn. So I know guys that needed a deer rifle, and they use this one rifle, and they kill a lot of deer with it. And it's like the Remington 783, which I don't think they make anymore, and then the 770. These things were the cheapest Walmart branded rifles. They made for the big box stores, and they do good for what they are. They're not they're not target rifles. They're hunting rifles. They come with a cheap scope on them, and they'll kill a deer at 100 yards, and that's fine. But don't try to sell me off on an expedition rifle. When I think of expedition, I think of something I can pack out and carry. And we all know, and I've said this before, ounces equal pounds. Everybody knows that. And if you got something that's this heavy right off the bat without an optic on it, you're gonna
Yep.
kill yourself.
You sell
And that's
nothing
what-
fancy now. Careful.
That's yeah. I mean,
And even a broken clock is right twice a day.
That's right.
Yep.
Unless you're on
Yeah,
military
the one
time.
weighs 6 pounds. This thing weighs 7. And I totally agree with Rusty. They call it the expedition. They try to act like it's light, but it's not really that light.
Well,
we're getting AR-15 lighter than this.
yeah, but the other thing too is you know, you go to other people's sites, not all of them, but other people's, and they tell you, okay, give me a little more information on this, because it's like, what's the barrel taper? You know, it doesn't look like it's a super light barrel. You know, what taper is it? Because they have standards. You know, okay, so it's threaded. That's all it tells me. Now, I do know, I did actually see the one they had at SHOT Show. I don't know if you guys saw it.
No.
The only
I passed their
okay,
booth like I did Glock.
okay. The only reason I stopped to check this rifle out was because at the USCCA party, I was talking to Ryan Kleckner, and he said, "You got to
Oh,
go check."
God.
He goes, "You got to go check that thing out." And yeah, you know, so I was talking to him, and I did. I went and checked it out, and it was not smooth. It was pretty rough, and I'm like,
Why did he have you go check that out?
he wanted to, well, he just said, you got to go check this out because they have this rifle that's at whatever price. I don't, you know, and he said, there's so many more better things out there for the same price. He said,
Okay.
and that's,
Like, yeah.
he wanted me to see, basically, he's like, you got to go check this out. And it was not smooth. I mean, they may have fixed that because it was probably a prototype, you know. You never really know. And I didn't spend much time there. I just kind of looked at, cycled it, and I was like, yeah, okay. So that's it.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. It ain't like when, again, we're at SHOT Show, right? You roll in and it's like the entire fucking firearms industry out there. And I'm like, you're gonna stop by Torrance booth? Why, is my mom there?
No, I get it. I get it. I'm like, yeah, we wouldn't. And that's the thing is I never
Unless
even
they're passing out free beer, I'm not stopping.
and even then you just pick up the beer and keep walking.
And keep it moving.
There you go.
And I'm like, because when it comes to putting out stuff, even their executive series of revolvers, I'm like, okay, that was cool.
Yeah.
I went and checked them out.
The 10 millimeter was cool.
I pulled the triggers on all their stuff, but then I was out. I don't want to see.
Yeah. I know. I know. So
hopefully they nail this, but they need to work on this price because even their stock really doesn't have that much features compared to other stuff.
No.
I feel this should be in the price range of Ruger American with the really lack of features that are.
if the MSRP on this thing was $769 or whatever, I could see that because then it's MSRP and it's Taurus, so you'd sell it for $600. You know, I could see that would, but at that price, I'm like, no, it's not what I consider worth it.
My brush gun that I use, until recently, and I still got it, is my Ruger American Compact 308 bolt action. Is it the best rifle out there? No. Is it a dang good rifle? Yes, it is. That thing is a tack driver. For what it is, at 200 yards, I'll shoot anything with it. And it's got like the 16.5-inch barrel, I believe is what it is. It's not threaded or anything like that. It's just a plain Jane stock, you know, and a lot of people hate the Ruger American stock. So that particular stock, I think I paid $400 for the gun, something like that. And it was one of those combo deals I bought off Buds, they had a sale or whatever. But I mean, at 200 yards, it'll shoot 2-inch groups, and that's fantastic for me because that's vital signs of deer all day long. And with that short of a barrel on it, I mean, it's got a whop to it when it comes up, and it does great. And it's lightweight; it's a lot lighter than this.
Yeah.
And that's what I look for in a rifle a bolt action that's got a 308's not a brutal caliber, but if something I'm going to take out into the woods and I'm going to hunt big game with, I want something I can knock it down with, but yet I want something I can carry and not be fatigued with.
Yeah.
Because if you're fatigued, you can't be your best.
Exactly.
Out there.
Exactly. So that is the Taurus Expedition. Now we're going to move into something that's kind of a niche market, but I thought it was kind of cool. MDT has brought out, they call it the Crush It Stage Timer. Now, MSRP is $249.95, which I think is a little high personally for what you get. But what this is it's for like PRC and matches and stuff like that, where they give you have a time limit, essentially. So this mounts on a rail, on a scope. You can mount it all different places. Has a little adjustable countdown timer on it. So you go through there, you can adjust it to whatever you want. You can decide if you want it perpendicular, horizontal. You can do various other things with it. You can customize it, time, alert points, tone type, volume, all this stuff. Graphic modes or numbers, stuff like that. So you can get your timing right. So like if you need to shoot 4 times in 2 minutes, you can make sure it sets a timer so that that you've done it by then, or you're like, oh crap, I need to speed up a little bit or something to that effect. I don't know. I saw it and I was like, I see a purpose for it. I think it's overpriced for what it is. You can get, it is compatible with 2.5 millimeter pressure switches. So like you can, I don't know what they exactly do, turn it on, start it, stop it, stuff like that. So you can mount that places so you don't have to fumble with stuff. And we had and that's the thing is you do this, it's there, they say it's good for like if you doing dry fire. Of course it doesn't it's not like a shot timer, so it doesn't do anything with that. It's just a countdown timer basically, or a stopwatch depending on what you want to do with it. I just thought it was a cool little thing if you're into that type of stuff. You guys got anything on it?
I could see this being useful.
Yeah.
With me, no. With the guys that run and gun and they have to shoot so much, like you said, in a certain amount of time. Yeah, I can see this being useful if it's lightweight and it works and it helps them out. Because them guys drop a bank load of money into their stuff, and what's $250 when you're dropping out? You're swapping barrels 2 or 3 times a year at $1,000 a barrel. So
right, because you're shooting them that much. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm good.
Bullshit. It's just some way to fucking get you to spend your money. Now, as somebody who's shot under a timer, you learn what 2 minutes are. Like, it becomes second nature. You learn time. And you have a partner, you have a spotter with you who has a watch.
Not when you're not in these matches. You don't a lot.
Yes,
well, some of them you're on your own. I mean,
I've watched them partner up and spot for each other and everything.
Some they
but
can.
I'm saying, it's a timer, bro. Take another one. I mean, if you want another piece of kit to hang off your freaking heavy ass gun, fine. But you got like freaking a stick, you got a freaking bipod, a tripod, a pair of binoculars. How much more shit you gonna? It's time, goddammit. It's 2 minutes.
My question is, what's the purpose of this thing?
Oh, timer.
Yeah,
just to have a timer, and it has an ass load. You're under timed a limit. When you get to your stage, you gotta They
Yeah,
let
but
you
I mean,
know.
how many times are you going to the stage where you got somebody behind you saying you got 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds?
Oh,
It's
oh, hey,
it's cool,
I'm just looking at it because we shot again.
Solid
I
pass.
shot air rifle, but it's multiple position with a tight ass hold on and all that shit, and you have to learn your time. And I didn't know how ingrained it was until I was in the Costa class and they had us on time drills. And time after time after time, I was able to get everything on, almost on the button of the 1 minute mark, multiple times. And I'm like, holy shit. I guess you learn it. So it's cool. It's another pistol kit. If you want to spend your money on it, great. If you love having whiz bang crap hanging off your gun, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a solid pass.
Yeah, it's like I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. It says, see, they need a response to dry fire timer now. Mini, it's a little off, but he uses a watch now and he can sense the click, kind of like Tony was saying. You do it enough times, you can sense it, or you can just have your watch programmed because you're holding it up here. And I don't know. I see how it could be useful, but I also see I'm also free 99 like Tony over there. So that's where my problem lies. I could probably buy a $5 countdown timer off of Amazon.
Yep.
And some sticky tape.
And then what?
And then, I mean, MDT might not like me, but
Yeah, screw them.
Yeah. But I get it. Yeah.
Look, if you want to buy the kit, buy the kit. But I'm looking at what, $269? What was it?
$250.
Yeah, 250.
$250.
Yeah. So, I think we're all on the same page on that one. Even though I see the purpose for it.
Pass.
Yeah, I'm cheap.
Oh, I see the purpose for it. It has nutritional value.
Uh-huh.
The more of these they sell, the better the people at MDT eat.
Yeah, I guess so. So that is the MDT Crush It stage timer. And now, I guess I'll get into this. Walker Defense. They provide shooters with the finest, most innovative quality tactical accessories, firearm components around. You can get their Nile grip panels, their Nero muzzle brakes. No details are ever left behind on any of those. Top quality materials are used in the manufacturing process. You can get some of the best firearm performance around. All of them are proudly made in the USA. Now, I did, message Walker Defense the other day, and I was asking about their bolt carrier groups, which our Walker Defense product of the week this week is the Blem FDE bolt carrier group, because with our discount of 15% off, you can get a great deal on those things. They're precision machined, and then they coat them with, what are they? I can't remember what kind of coating.
DLC? No.
Yes, but they're the best DLC, the high quality. I can't remember whose it is. I should probably check this stuff first before I try to do it during their ad. But they're super slick. I mean, they're just fantastic. So you can check out all their stuff at walkerdr.com and use Insider15. You'll get 15% off that stuff over there. Now, next up, we have the SIG Reserve Collection P226X5. Now, MSRP on this thing is $2,699.99. They want a pretty penny for this thing. Granted,
holy cow!
I know it's pretty. I mean,
it's beautiful, but for
it's
$2,600, wow.
It is a beautiful 226. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is kind of the weird grip panels that are on it, but hey, they're grip panels. You can take them off. So 9mm comes with 320 round mags, suppressor height, night sights. The footprint for it is Delta Point Pro or their optic, which is what they use. You do, however, lose the rear sight when you put that on there. Of course, full-size pistol, 8.6 inches long, 1.7 inches wide, 6 inches tall, has a 4.4 inch barrel, weighs 48.1 ounces, 6.8 inch sight radius. It does have a 1913 rail, and to kick it all off, it is single action only. So it does have manual safeties, ambi safeties, but it does have it. It's got their gridlock grip panels, their flat-faced AX3 trigger. Of course, it's high-polished DLC. Basically, optics ready, yes, of course. This thing, it does have, what is it, a gas pedal for your thumb also. It looks like just on the one side, not on the left side, not the right side. I don't know. It's not full ambi, so there is that. It is, the slide has a built-in compensator on it, just built-in top port style. You know, this thing is beautiful. Granted, I don't know. If I had the money, I would seriously think about buying one just because it's pretty cool. And I like the way 226s feel. That's my opinion.
Oh, it is drop dead gorgeous, sexy, but
yeah,
for the price, I
mean, I that's kind of what I'm like, but considering what you're getting, what it might be worth it. If it's $2,000, it would make a lot more sense, but it is single action only. It is cool. They want that much price for it. They'll get it. I don't know what I'd do with it.
For me, though.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'd like it.
You get a $500 challenge coin, I'm sure.
I got a $100 knife. I got a challenge coin.
It's a limited edition. They only go.
Oh yes, a limited edition. Just make sure you buy the gun.
Yeah.
No, it's a limited edition. It's like 500 of them getting made, and then it's done.
Right.
These are the ones with the finish on it, like the ones that are on the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, the P320s.
Yeah.
So this is it. So whether you want to pay it or not, this is what they're going to go for, and then they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if next year they come out with another series or 2 years from now, then it is what it is. But if these are the only ones that coming out with this finish.
Oh, you mean like the Legion?
Yeah, we know.
No, the Legion is not a limited edition.
But what he was referring to, if they come out in a couple of years with something else that's very similar.
Oh, you know they will.
They're the home of the stew, bro.
Yeah.
They're the home of the stew.
Yeah, no kidding.
But if this reserve is only going to be this thing, and who knows, next year they can come up with the preserve. This year's the reserve, next year's the preserve.
No, next year they're coming out with the 227 X5.
But you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. It's like, who knows? Exactly. But if you're really going to get into this, that's what it costs. If you don't, they got a crap load of X5s you can buy anywhere. You know what I mean? And I mean, truthfully, if you want to just get an X5 and have it DLC coded, I'm sure you can send it to somebody and have that done. But you're not getting this limited edition thing.
Right.
I think they said 5.
Yeah, I think I saw. I didn't see it on their webpage, but I think I heard something somewhere in one of the press releases.
You have to have the limited edition say, go buy it. If you don't care about it, pass on it.
Yeah, but it's pretty.
If you're not into a limited edition SIG, there's nothing this thing has to offer that you can't get with a regular X5.
Yeah, exactly.
No
exactly.
Regular X5. I love the fact it's a regular X5.
Exactly. So that pretty much sums up. You got anything on it, Rusty? Yeah.
It's a SIG X5. I mean, it's out of my price range. It's beautiful. I'd be afraid to shoot.
Yeah, I get you. So that is the SIG Reserve Collection P226X5. I didn't figure we'd last for. You cut out, Tony. What was that? Yeah, I guess
it did adjust the sound, and it still didn't work.
Well, yeah, I think it.
The hell out of if I paid that much for it.
Yeah, I would too. And it's all different markets. I mean, it's not. $2,700 isn't a terrible price for certain guns. I mean, people pay them all day long. I mean, look at a Staccato. You can buy a $4,000 Staccato. I'd rather have this than one of those. I mean, this thing's pretty. And then I can go, if I want a high capacity 2011 or something, I can just go buy one of the other brands that doesn't cost as much. So I'd have two guns. So, like I said, that was the SIG Reserve. Now, next up and last, we have the Elfman Tactical Glock trigger. This has been out for a little while, or at least I've seen it for a little while. MSRP on this is $259. Now, I put this in here because you can get red or black trigger. That's irrelevant. Now, they say it's a game changer for gens 1 through 4. You can get adjustable pull weight ranging from 1.5 to 3.5 pounds. So it doesn't really tell you what the brake style is. It's just aluminum shoe, stuff like that. But when you order this trigger, you have to take your slide and send it to them. They give you an envelope prepaid, stuff like that, to get it so that they can do something to your slide so that it will match the trigger and you can get the best trigger pull you need. Now, that's where I get it. I'm like, okay, if I have to send a slide to you to be modified or something so that this trigger works the best in it, is it worth doing? Elfman, if you're listening, maybe I need one of these, because is it that great of a trigger that it's worth sending your slide in to have it done? That's what I wonder about. I don't know. And then if I switch slides, does it just go back to being not as good or not working? I don't know.
No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, at least according to how I pay attention to what you're saying. It needs to have it on, because what it does is it makes your Glock it turns your Glock trigger into a Walker P989 trigger or a Canon trigger.
Right.
It precocks it fully.
Well, that's what the Timney does too. And it's a drop-in clock trigger.
So it can't do it. Yeah, it can't do it without it being modified.
Gotcha.
So I think he said it's not going to work as well. No, wait a minute. I was watching them install it on their YouTube video. Am I still breaking up?
You're terrible breaking up. I don't know what the...
You are so breaking up, Tony.
Yeah. I don't know what he adjusted, but it didn't seem to work.
I changed the volume, but now it looks like it's some kind of crazy delay.
I don't know. It's just like breaking up, like you're maxing out the mic. It's like it kind of like it did before.
It's not a volume issue, Tony. It's a microphone issue.
Somewhere there's a setting on his stuff for it that he's just got to figure out where it is. And I don't know where I can't help him. I don't know where it is on those. So I guess since Tony doesn't have much to say, he's doing something for us. Maybe I'll be back on. You got anything, Rusty?
I'm out on it. I mean, I know Elfman makes great triggers, but the Glocks are getting the way you can buy more slides now and swap them out. They're getting more modular,
right?
If we can call them that. You can swap out different slides and do different things. You can go from 9 to 40 to 357 SIG, and different manufacturers are making different slides for them. And I just like to be able to throw a slide in there.
Yep.
Whoa.
I tried to kick Tony off.
Yeah, Tony's got double.
There we go.
This thing is messing with me so hard.
There we go. You're sounding good now.
Hey, you sound good now.
Yeah, I had to get out of the other one. Anyway, I looked at this. It's a lot of dang money. That's a lot of money to give me a trigger that might be great. Yeah, I'd like it. Like, I'd like to check it out for free $99 to see how good a Glock trigger can be.
Right.
But as far as me personally, and not for the diversity shoot, but me as like Tony's firearm, I'm not messing up my Gen 1 Glock 19 by sending it in and have it cut up. Even though that's my carry gun. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it would be pick up a police trade-in, send them the slide, have them send it back, and see if this trigger is as good as the other pre-cocked striker-fired pistols, like a CZP-10, that whole series, or the Canic series, or the Walther P99.
Right.
Because that's what you're going to get.
Exactly.
And I'm like, for the price of that, what, 300 and what?
It's what?
200 and what?
260.
$300.
260.
I can buy an entire P10C for maybe $50 more.
You got a point there. Yeah. There is that. There is that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a solid pass.
Yeah, and then, like I said, you're paying like $100 more than the other triggers that are similar, that do similar things to this. So that's where I come in. I mean, yeah, Elfman makes good triggers. I just think, I don't know. I haven't heard anything on it. Haven't seen anything on it. I'm like, is this really worth it? Is what I would like to know. Maybe I'll contact him and see if I can figure it out. Because then I can compare it to my Timney and see if there's much difference.
Hell, I've got a Glock Gen 1 that's not been modified at all. I can take it, so let's take it.
We'll see.
No. Why would you mess around and send your Glock in 1? Gen 1 to be cut up?
Yeah. Take it. If they cut them. Yeah. See, like, I'm just, who knows? But they may just change like strikers and measure the height.
No, they cut the freaking slide.
Yeah. That's what I don't get.
There's no maybe.
Yeah.
They're cutting your slide.
Yeah. So that is the Elfman Tactical Glock trigger. Hey, Rob, you want to take this next ad?
Let's talk about Primary Arms. Primary Arms seeks to provide the best shopping experience for everything firearms. They have over 13,000 products from your favorite brands, including a complete selection of rifles, handguns, firearm parts, and shooting gear. Every order comes with a commitment to superior service, fast shipping, and an expert support team. Don't forget to check out the Primary Arms firearm shop. Their Primary Arms line of optics too. Our Primary Arms product of the week is the here we go. Unity Tactical FAST magnifier mount for the PA Micro magnifiers. For everything you need, go to primaryarms.com. Sign up and win the... Wait a minute, we got the Gen 4 SLX 1-6x24 Aurora 300 Blackout 7.62 by 39 reticle at firearmsinsider.tv /giveaway.
There you go. Are we
going to give this thing away or not?
Well, we're waiting for Rusty to finish the review on it.
Oh, so that'll be by Christmas, right?
No,
he's working on it.
No, we're giving it a week.
He's working on it. I mean,
yeah.
It was.
Yeah, and if my grandmother had will, she'd be a wagon.
Well, she might be, but yeah, it's
flat on her back.
He's working on it, but that's the thing is I put it up here so we can get some entries, and basically I was like, well, we'll give it away when Rusty does the review on the podcast. I mean, it makes sense because it's the same optic he has, and they accidentally sent one to him and one to me, and I'm like, hey, I'll just
wait a minute. So why not send yours to mine? I'll take it.
Because I mean, we already got a free one, so I was like, I don't need it. I was like, I'll just send it back because it was an accident, and they were like, Ken over there was just like, nah, just give it away.
Chad, like Tony says, I love free 99.
I know. And they said, just give it away. So we're giving it away to a listener or somebody who pays attention to our social media. So there you go.
2 or 3 people.
Hey, we actually have quite a few entries on it. It's just if they answer it when we send them in. So, odds are still pretty good.
I've been creating so many different email accounts.
Yeah, with different names, so you can win another one.
I got another 300 blackout.
Dusty.
Exactly. So we don't have any listener feedback. Tony, I'm just
email address Definitely not Rusty Odom 1.
That's right.
Definitely not Rusty Odom 2.
Definitely,
Rob Wallace.
definitely not Rob.
Rusty
No,
Wallace.
definitely not Rob or
Yeah,
Bob or
yeah.
Jerry or whatever the hell.
If I find
Rusty
one,
Wallace, not that one.
and if I see any that say Rusty Wallace or Rob Simon, I'm just getting rid of them. So I'm sorry.
The real Tony Simon KD.
Yeah. So Tony, tell us about the diversity shoots that's coming up in whenever.
2 diversity shoots are coming up. One on July 18th, one on July 25th. Both tickets are available on eventbrite.com. They're also available on my social media. Simon Says Train on Instagram. Simon Says Train on Facebook. The second is for everyone on Facebook. Second for everyone on X. So you click on any of those, you will see a post, and in that post, I will have the links directly to Eventbrite, or you can go to eventbrite.com and follow me, Tony Simon, and anytime tickets go on sale, you will be notified. I also run an email campaign that you'll be notified about 3 times a week that we have events coming up, and I'll send it directly to you. I actually had AI make up the email just to see what it would say. It wasn't too bad.
I got you.
It wasn't too bad.
I got you.
So if you want to help us out, you can donate to our Venmo. And again, email me at tony@diversityshoot.com. If you can't find it on our website, we also have PayPal and we have Cash App. If you want any of that, help us with the work we do. It'll be greatly appreciated. Did I tell you guys I was talking to somebody? I was talking to a couple of companies, and when the stuff gets here, I can't wait. One is an ammo company that a friend of ours works at, and they reached out to me, and they want me to check out some carry ammo that they have that are actually Jersey specific.
Yeah, you told us about that.
I can't wait to check that out.
Dum rounds?
Well, it is Jersey.
Funny. And yeah, so the thing is, people believe we can't have hollow points in this state. We can. It's just most cops and many gun owners don't know it. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to try to argue with a police officer on the side of the road that my rounds are legal. So if I could have something like, what is it? Hornady duty, that kind of thing, critical duty, with a little rubber tip, ballistic tip in the end. It's kind of like that, but built differently.
Gotcha.
Out of different materials. So I'm going to be checking that out. They gave me a bunch, so I'm going to get together with some of my guys. And I have a ballistic teddy bear here that was given to me by We Shoot, because that's where our next event is. And they gave me this ballistic teddy bear, and a gummy bear, they called it. And I'm going to go there and shoot it with this ammo. And hopefully I can talk to the guys and we can get some tripods up and film me blasting this damn thing to see what this ammo does. So that's one of the future things we're going to do with the diversity shoot. We're going to bring in some entertainment. I might do it and then initially just post it directly to our Patreon and then give it a couple of days and post it up on social media and let people see it. But if you want to donate to the work we're doing or the things we're trying to do to reach others and grow our accounts, please do. And please share my social media posts because we got to become our own algorithm. Oh, yeah. And let me know if you like the food things that I do for this podcast, because I think it's funny. And it really works only if I do it like Sunday night.
Yeah, yeah.
If I do it and post it Sunday, it gets rolling.
Or Monday morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to change that up. But, and I got a post about Ted Kennedy coming out tomorrow morning.
I'm just mad that I wanted ice cream all day because of your stupid post.
that ice cream is good as hell, man. and being a diabetic, I have to make sure, I do the food reviews. That's why I take the pictures and the video. But I have to make sure whatever I eat is worth, and I'm like, that was good. I won't do it again for a really long time. But that was good.
I hear you. So you can send us questions, comments, or feedback to gungearreview@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review somewhere. It's appreciated. You can visit the Firearms Insider at firearmsinsider.tv so you can view reviews. You can check out links. You can enter to win some optic, all that kind of stuff. You can also check us out on Facebook, X, and Instagram at Firearms Insider. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get notifications of when we go live on Tuesdays at 6, 9, whatever time zone you're in. That's right. Don't forget to check out our great sponsors, and thank you for listening to the largest pound for pound podcast on the network. And we are out.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Don't forget, Medical Gear Outfitters has ready-made medical kits and medical supplies to build your own or restock your current kit. You never know when you'll be the first responder. Visit medicalgearoutfitters.com and use code FRN to save 10%.